Hi, welcome back to Calmsden farm. So on the last video you saw that we finished off the harvest of the barley field. That's the field just behind, actually you can't quite see it, the grain cart is blocking the view there. So that field's done and I've now got the wheat field to harvest, so I'm going to swap jobs with Jim on this one. I harvested the barley field, he's going to drive the harvester. I'm going to drive the grain cart on the back of the 6R over there, and now I'm just taking the header down to the other field. Unfortunately, even though it's just across the lane from that field, we have to actually use the lanes to drive to the field, and so the header needs to come off the combine harvester onto this trailer and be transported over the short distance, and then we can connect it back up again. Go. Now, Jim said to me to take it down to the end of the field nearest to the cowshed because it's there's more room there for connecting the header up. A bit of a tight turn around that corner to get past the wall. So yeah, this is the field that we're going to be harvesting just here on the left. But there's not really a lot of space around here for connecting the header up and so on, so the cowshed is just there, so I presume what he means is the end of the field over here. So if I go in here, yeah, there's a lot more room actually, isn't there, here for manoeuvring around. So if I go here, now I'm going to want this side of the header to be available for him to connect to, so I think it'd probably be best if I turn around actually, wouldn't it? Without falling down that massive hill there to the stream. So I think if I was to just go in here like this, then he'll be able to bring the harvester in. I might just straighten that up a little bit actually. Try not to squash the bushes and leave enough room for him to get in. Okay, that's better, so there's enough space for him to get in there with the harvester, and he should be able to connect up to that just where it is like that. Oh, I think that's him that we can see just now. Yeah, here he comes. That's all connected up, looking good. Got hydraulics and PTOs all connected, ready to go. So I can take the header trailer back up to the farm, Jim can start harvesting, and I will come back down with the grain trailer shortly. Okay, here we are in the 6R with the grain trailer. I need to turn around actually so that I can get back out the gateway, so I think I will reverse into that little grass area over there. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea leaving the front here. I've probably made it more difficult for myself by doing that. I should do what Jim tells me and put it back in its proper place every time. But I think I can still make it down there. If I reverse onto that grass with the trailer and then I can turn around and get out. I'm not used to the size of all these trailers yet. This one actually had more room than I thought there. But that's better than knocking a gatepost over. Oh, there's the turning. Surprised me a bit there. I was going a bit quick and didn't see it in time. It's a bit of a tight squeeze to get around this one, but it's doable. So Jim told me to wait here for him to start harvesting around the edge of the field, and then work out whereabouts he's going to start getting full once he gets going, so I'll meet up with him somewhere around the field when he radios me. Alright Rich, I made it nearly all the way around the field, so I'm nearly back where I started now. If you can come down and drive into the lane, the track that goes across the bottom of the field, come and meet me there. I'll stop and you can unload the combine into your trailer. Okay Jim. I'm gonna come down now. See you there in a minute. Okay, so it sounds like he's actually, oh I can see him right there actually at the bottom corner of the field, so if I go all the way down to the bottom and turn left, there's a little track that goes right across the bottom of the field, so that's perfect. I'll go down there, hopefully be able to pull up right next to him, and we can unload the combine into the trailer. You don't need to turn around, just pull straight up underneath there. That'll do. I'd imagine you should be pretty full from that, so if you take that load back to the farm and empty it into the grain store, I'll carry on harvesting, and then by the time you get back, I'll probably be getting fairly full again. Okay Jim. So here's a tricky bit. Back at the farm with the trailer load of wheat, and I've now got to get it through that doorway backwards and into the grain store, which you can see there. It's not lined up with the doorway, it's to the side of it. It's probably easier actually if you're coming from the other side, so that you can kind of reverse the trailer straight in, but we'll have a go from this side. I think what I'm going to do is reverse into the other half of this shed actually, and then pull back out onto the lane, straighten up, and reverse back round the corner into where the grain store is. Let's give it a go. So if I go straight back there, I'm avoiding the wall down the side of the area that I need to tip it in, and giving myself a bit of room to pull back out forwards and straighten up. Don't want to hit that wall either. Perfect. Alright, maybe slightly closer to the edge of the door than I wanted to be, but it's good enough. To make sure you're fully in the doorway without the top of the front of the trailer being under the door so that it doesn't hit it on the way up. And the same coming out once you've emptied everything as well. Need to be careful to make sure that the trailer's all the way back down again before driving forward so that it doesn't hit the door as I drive out. Okay, successful delivery, time to go and get another one. I'm just coming to drive alongside Jim as he unloads into my trailer. Kind of starting to get the hang of this, but I'm not great at it, as you can see. Gotta be careful to not drive into his header, as well as making sure that the trailer stays underneath the pipe from the harvester. Kind of a bit too far ahead of him there, so he stopped. Got to rely on him on the radio sometimes as well, telling me where to be. Looks like I'm getting a little close to his header there, and not only that, but just got to be careful that I don't actually go out the end of the field and drive straight into the hedge as well. That would be embarrassing. So that one went pretty well, and now I can. He's going to drive back down the field the other way, so I can't drive alongside him there because he'll be in the crop. So if I go down here and wait for him, then I can do the same again on the next row up and carry on, fill this trailer up to the top, to its limit, and then I'll take it back to the grain storage back up at the farm, come down and repeat again and again. What this is making me think is that maybe I just need a bigger grain trailer than that, so I don't have to be driving backwards and forwards from here all the way up to the buildings over there so quite so often. But anyway, that's something to think about for the future, not for now. I'll just put up with repeated driving just for now. Looks like you're pretty full there, Rich. Alright, thanks, Tim. Wow, dear, be careful. This one's a bit tight as well, and I don't like driving on the grass here because it's kind of mowed and someone looks after this area, but to get round there, I have to. after no idea how many loads. I've completely lost track how many we've done. We're on the last row of this field now. I just need to get a little bit further forward there. I think I'm just about getting the hang of this after doing this field. Sometimes staying in the right place next to Jim has been a little bit challenging, but I'm getting there. The 6R has been an absolute pleasure to drive. It's done a great job towing the grain trailer. You don't even notice that it's behind you sometimes. There's plenty of power to tow that. So I'm going to go and empty this last load back at the farm. Here we are back at the farm. I'm just going to empty this last load into the grain storage, and then I'll end this video here. Join me on the next one. I'll be baling a lot of that straw that you've seen in the fields. As we've been harvesting, we've been leaving the straw behind, so there's all of that needs baling and collecting. That looks like quite a big job. And the grass over the other side of the wall there, is ready for cutting as well, so that's a job that's coming up soon. So thank you for watching. Please join me on the next one. If you've enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then you won't miss my future videos. I will see you on the next one. And I'm going to stop talking now while I try and reverse this trailer into the doorway.